Today is the last day of Relay for Life 2021.
We've got a bunch of fun activities planned for today, as well as a luminary ceremony, survivor speech, and raffle.
Make sure to tune in at 7 p.m. for the Spin the Wheel winners and at 7:30 to hear us reveal how much we've raised this year.
Now, to commemorate one of the most important and impactful times of Relay for Life, the first lap is dedicated to the survivors.
On this virtual platform, we will be playing some messages of hope to start the last night of Relay off.
Thanks, Danielle and Steph. These 3 days went by so fast, didn't it? Today's the final day of our relay event, and I'm so thankful for everyone who has joined us for the past 3 days. I encourage everyone to continue to attend the events in our session rooms and to engage in the chat box on the right in each event area. Now it's time for our first lap dedicated to our survivors.
I relay so that one day no one will ever have to hear the words, "You have cancer." I relay so that one day we can have a world without cancer and that nobody will ever have to lose a loved one or a family member.
The Survivor Victory Lap is truly a great way to acknowledge the courage of our survivors and the ones who are no longer with us today. Let's come together and light up the night through our virtual Luminaria ceremony. These honor every life touched by cancer. Dedicate your Luminaria to someone you've lost, someone who is currently battling, or anyone who's overcome it. I encourage everyone to light a candle in the comfort of their own homes as we do this ceremony and to keep that light burning for the rest of the night. Even though we're separated and can't be together in person, I want everyone as one to take a minute of silence to remember the loved ones you've dedicated your luminary to. Thank you, everyone, for participating in that minute of silence. Community is bigger than cancer, and by taking a minute wherever you are to be silent together exemplifies the power of community. Like last night, we have the honor to listen to a few survivors' stories. Let's give a warm welcome to our survivors.
Hey everyone, my name is Danielle. I'm a student here at the University of Guelph, the co-chair of this year's Relay for Life, and a stage 3C ovarian cancer at 21 years old. This is my 7th year participating in Relay for Life. However, I'd never really been impacted by cancer personally. No one in my family or anyone I'd really even been close to had ever had cancer. Now here I am in front of all you guys giving the survivor speech. Never in a million years is this what I thought that my life had planned for me, but I'm honored to share my story with all of you and highlight just how important it's events like this is. It's events like this where we come together as friends, a school, and a community to help finish the fight against cancer. Today I'm going to share my story with you and how I learned how quickly your life can change, but more importantly, how your attitude is everything. Like one of my best friends kept telling me, Danielle, it's all about the power of positive thinking, and it's that mindset that got me through one of the hardest times in my life. I had ovarian cancer, one of the leading causes of cancer death in women, and the one whose symptoms are so easily overlooked. Stomach bloating, nausea, constantly having to pee, losing weight, these were all things that were overlooked for over a year until I was finally diagnosed in an already advanced stage of this cancer. I started showing all these symptoms over a year before I was diagnosed, but it wasn't until I had a tumor growing on my left side, making me look like I was 4 months pregnant, that I knew something was really wrong. Although my symptoms were extremely frustrating, I didn't want to admit that anything was wrong until it was too late. And once I finally did, I didn't want to believe it was true. I was sent to the Juravinsky Cancer Center in Hamilton to get some testing done on a Friday afternoon. In my mind, there was no way I actually had cancer. I couldn't have cancer. Sure enough, I did, and I was getting partial hysterectomy the next morning to remove my right ovary and my 21 centimeter in diameter tumor, which I named Petunia. It was just my dad and Petunia, 5 hours from my home in Ottawa, getting this surgery because they didn't have any room for me in the hospital back home, and it needed to be done immediately. I'm not going to stand in front of all you guys and tell you I did some glorious job of staying positive throughout the whole process. There were times where I'd lie in my bed wondering what I'd ever done in my life to deserve this. I'd think to myself if I'd done everything that I wanted to, because this could be the end. I was getting myself ready for what could definitely happen. Every time I moved and my body ached and my nausea kicked in, it was all just a reminder that this cancer was trying to take over my body. Death was getting devastatingly real to me. Out of all the horrible things for this impossible process, I knew losing my hair was going to be the hardest. I'll never forget the hardest I've ever cried is when my doctor told me it would all fall out. Day 14 was the day. I couldn't take my hair out coming in fistfuls or waking up with my pillow covered in hair anymore. My best friend Kennedy held my hand when I went to get my head shaved. I couldn't even look at myself anymore. I had no hair, no eyelashes, and barely any eyebrows. I looked sick, and I hated it. How could something that was supposed to be saving my life be making me feel so awful physically, mentally, and emotionally? Now that everything is done, my hair has grown back, and my body started to recover, I feel great, but there's still side effects that I'll never grow out of, and memories I'll never forget. I used to worry so much about what people thought about my hair, why I was wearing a beanie in July. It made me realize that I cared way too much about what people thought. People love me for who I am and not the hair on my head. and it was just took losing it all to realize that. I started reading a lot of blogs and a lot of survivor stories. These people were all so inspirational, and that's when I realized that that was going to be me one day. People kept telling me how strong I was, but it took a while for me to realize that maybe I actually was. My positivity was all I had left, not only for myself, but my family as well. The amount of stress and the environment around you when you have cancer is ridiculous. Between my mom begging me if she could possibly do something for me, to nurses constantly checking up on me, I never really thought I would ever have good days and be playing bananagrams with my best friends during 5-hour infusions. Honestly, some days were brutal, but some days were better. It's being able to find the light in the dark that's truly a gift, and coming to realize that if I made it through my heavy chemo week once, I could do it again. 2017 may have been the biggest shit show of my life. I may not graduate on time, and I may not have the same long straight hair I once did, but I'm really proud to be able to stand in front of all of you here and say I never let cancer get in the way of anything more than it had to, and I didn't let it get the best of me. I wish I could tell you my whole story, from surgery, chemo, blood clots, and every breakdown. I wish I could tell you all about how chemo made me feel and act, but I would also share all the victories and the new appreciation I have for just about everything in my life. You never know what life's going to throw at you, but sometimes you just got to try and catch it. I didn't have the choice of having cancer, but I did have the choice to stay positive and make the best of an awful situation, and it's exactly that changed my entire experience. I don't only want to inspire you, but I want to take this stereotypical idea of how people perceive cancer and flip it upside down. It doesn't always need to be sad, but you need to make a choice. I made mine. I could have been miserable or not, but either way, I was still going to have cancer. No matter what you're going through, it really can always be worse. Love everyone around you and be thankful for everything that you have. Laugh as much as possible because it really is the best medicine.
Again, thank you for sharing your stories with everyone today. Listening to survivors speak has always been the most memorable experience for me when I've attended Relay for Life. Yesterday, we saw great musical talent in Hunter and Paige. Today, we are not short on that talent. I'm happy to announce a band who specializes in setting low expectations. This is Half Decent from Caledon, Ontario.
I woke up to the morning sky first, baby blue just like we rehearsed. I get up off this ground, I shake the leaves back down to the brown, 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 till I'm clean. Then I walk where I'd be shaded by the trees, by a meadow of green, for about a mile. I'm headed to town, town, town in style, with all my favorite colors, all my favorite colors, my sisters and my brothers, see 'em like no other, all my favorite colors. A good day to be, a good day for me, a good day to see my favorite colors. My sisters and my brothers, they see 'em like no other, all my favorite colors. Take me to the other side, little baby blues bird fly, and gray clouds or white walls or blue sky, feel fly, feel alright. And we go ooh, 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 yeah. It sounds like ooh, 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 yeah, yeah. yes ma'am. My sisters and my brothers, see 'em like no other, all my favorite colors. All my favorite colors. All my favorite colors. Yes, ma'am. My sisters and my brothers, see 'em like no other. All my favorite colors. It's a good day to be, a good day for me, a good day to see my favorite colors. My sisters and my brothers, they see 'em like no other. Oh, my favorite colors. say that I got something for his punk ass. But I really wanna know, my baby, what I really wanna say is there's just one way back. Yeah, my soul will have to wait. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. Well, I promise you now that I'll forgive you by the time this backwoods burns out. Once you're gone, I'll go back to all the pills and cocaine and all the other shit that I was told not to do. You owe me more than just packing up and leaving. Out here in the dark seems like a fun place to be. And I'm sure in the morning when I'm coming down, I'll be alone, scared, no doubt. But I'm too high to cry right now.
Turns out these guys are more than half decent. Thanks guys for that great performance. These guys have just started releasing their own music, so be sure to check them out on Instagram. The next event has always been a fan favorite. It's the Raffle. A few days ago, the prizes for the Raffle were posted on our social media pages and sent to your teams through email, where everyone had a chance to place bets on their desired prizes. Now the Relay for Life committee will do the live spin to determine our winners.